and welcome to week 1, day 1 of the Diabetes Blast Off. Today we're going to be focusing on full body and building foundations for the weeks to come. We're going to start with a 5-minute warm-up, and then we'll transition into our workout, and then end with a 10-minute cool down and stretching. So today you're going to need some wall space and your foam roller. And today we'll begin on the ground in child's pose. So we'll start in hands and knees. Bring the big toes together and knees out as wide as feels comfortable. And then begin to sink your hips back towards your heels, just as far as is comfortable. If today you stay here, that's absolutely fine. But work your hips back towards your heels. And then begin to slide your hands out until eventually maybe your forehead comes down onto the mat. If this is uncomfortable for your shoulders, begin to bend through the elbows and open the arms a bit and find a comfortable place for your body. And then take a couple nice, big, deep breaths. And then we're going to begin stretching through the sides. Gently walk your fingertips over towards the right side of your mat. Press the left hand down, left shoulder down, and continue to press the hips back towards the heels until you feel a stretch through your left side. And after a few breaths, gently walk your fingertips back through center and over to the left side of your mat. Pressing down through the right hand, the right shoulder, and continuing to press the hips back towards the heels until you feel a stretch through the right side. And after a few breaths, we'll return the hands back to center and come back up to tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And we'll take a couple cat-cows. On the inhale, lift your chin, chest, tailbone up to the ceiling. And on the exhale, round back like a cat. Just getting some gentle movement here through the spine. And one more. Stretching the core on the way up. And really pulling the belly button in up towards the spine. And then we'll come back to a neutral spine. And come up to down dog. Curl the toes and begin to lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Pressing the chest back towards the knees. Keep as much of a bend in the knees as you need to. Or if you're feeling a little more flexible today, begin to straighten out through the knees and maybe walk it out left and right. One heel down to the mat and then the other. And we'll continue to warm up through the shoulders. And come forward towards plank and press back, down dog. Inhale forward to plank and exhale down dog. If down dog doesn't feel good today, stay down in hands and knees and just shift the weight forward and back, warming up through the shoulders. And if you're in down dog, press back and we'll gently gently begin to bend through the knees, not touching the mat, and lift back up. Keep the hands pressing down, shoulders down and back. And if you're on hands and knees, just gently lift one knee and then the other. And then we'll make our way up to standing. Walk the hands up to meet the feet, or the hands back to meet the feet, keeping the knees as bent as you need to. And we'll hang in ragdoll. So reach for opposite elbows and let the upper body hang heavy. Maybe sway side to side, rock back and forth. Let the head and neck go, shake it out. And then we'll take a gentle twist, fingertips down to the mat. Left hand stays down, right fingertips up towards the ceiling. And if you'd like a little more of a stretch, begin to straighten through the right leg and open. Keeping the core pulled in tight. And release the hand back down. And switch to the other side. Right fingertips down, left hand up to the ceiling. And if you'd like a little more, begin to straighten the left leg. And gently release. And with a nice flat back, keep a nice gentle bend in the knees, and we'll come all the way up to standing. And hands down at heart center. We'll do a few sun salutations, help warm up full body. Inhale up. And exhale, come down with a nice flat back, keeping the knees as bent as they need to be for your fingertips to touch the floor. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale down. Last one, inhale up. And exhale down. And from here, we're going to walk through a couple different variations of chaturanga. Inhale to halfway lift, so shoulder blades pull back, nice bend in the knees, fingertips almost brushing the mat, nice flat spine. And exhale, fold forward, pulling your tailbone up to the ceiling. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands and step back to hands and knees. Shift the body weight forward, shoulders over the wrists. Keep the core nice and strong, belly button pulled up towards the spine, and gently lower all the way to the mat. Keep the fingertips underneath the shoulders, elbows pulled in, and squeeze the shoulders back, lift up, look up towards the ceiling, and lower down, and press back, hands and knees. That's option one. Then we'll curl through the toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog, and walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep all the way up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, plant the hands, and step back into a plank pose. Nice strong plank here. And if this feels good, then we're going to bend through the elbows and come all the way down to the mat. Curl through the toes. Inhale up to baby cobra. Shoulders pull down and back. Should be no strain on the low back here. And then curl through the toes. Lift the hips, press back, downward facing dog. And walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands and step back to plank. Third variation here. Take any variation that feels good to you. We're going to tuck the elbows in and lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. The only thing that should be touching is the tops of your feet and your hands. And press back, downward facing dog. Walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep, arms up. And all done with a warm up.